I'm Mr. Mixer and this is MTV, Mixer Television. Come on in, let me show you my crib. Who knew that all you had to do to get free food was get your house blown down by a tornado? Right now I'm heading over to this Andover City fire truck here. They brought us some free food, which is a blessing because we've been reeling with the tragedy of his total loss. Like, my house looks like it's still standing, but it is fried. Check it out, they got us Buffalo Wild Wings, and you know, I was pulling the firefighter's leg. I said, all of this tragedy and you can't even bring us traditional wings, you have to bring us boneless? I was just kidding. But I am a traditional wing snob. So I do have Fox News over here in my driveway. I don't know what they're filming, they're probably not gonna get me, but yeah, whatever. I got my own stuff. I'm so happy that we weren't at the house when this happened. I do have a 2-week-old baby and a 2-year-old, and we were out of the house, so that's amazing. We're so blessed to not have to be here when it came through. They finally ended up categorizing it as an F3, so let me show you some of the damage that it caused. You guys remember my new outbuilding that I was gonna turn into a powder coating shop? Well, that's where the door used to be. But have no fear, there's a new one right there. Actually, there's part of the roof right there in that tree. Speaking of trees, just about every tree in my neighborhood is just blown down, destroyed. It's so sad because we had a lot of old, beautiful trees in the neighborhood, and they're just gone. Like that one right there, look at that. There's my AC unit right there, it's smashed. You know, honestly, from the backside of my house here, it doesn't really look like anything happened, but let's go look at the front. While we're working our way up front, my poor Kia here, just every single window in this sucker is just blasted out. Same with my poor boat, it just got demolished. Now this here is where the main damage is at. Basically my entire roof up there was ripped off, and then it rained the same day, water damage everywhere. Every single window in our house is just completely busted out. As you can see here, the county and all the electric companies and everything like that, they are just doing such an amazing job. The fire department, police, EMS, everyone. So that's a new pole. There's the old pole. It actually kind of fell into the side of my house there a little bit. All these windows are knocked out. Every single shingle on my roof up there is just gone. So as you can tell, just walk in, I mean, things are just thrown everywhere. This is a new flooring. I actually just installed all of this new flooring, soaking wet, big old pile of water right there. And that's coming from all of these water spots in the ceiling. You know, it's rained, it's supposed to rain for the next several days, so every ounce of this ceiling is just gonna get soaking wet. You know, the kitchen area was relatively unscathed, but we do have water leakage on the ceiling. It's, again, dumping all over the floor down here. Let's keep on moving. Now it just gets worse and worse as you start to come in here. You know, all those windows there blew out. As you can tell, glass, debris, scattered all over the floor. I thought the TV was gonna be salvageable, but I come to find out, like right here, there's a big old crack right there. How am I supposed to watch the game? So essentially, since every piece of this carpet has glass shards in it and everything, you can't just vacuum this up. They're gonna have to rip all of this out. Same with our couch. It's got insulation, glass, everything all over it. My son's toy bins and everything. Next, we're into the dining area here. Kind of the same situation, just debris and everything like that. The kitchen table has standing water on it. Again, just coming from up there. And you might think, oh, it's not so bad, but look, I mean, actually the interior walls, it's not just the ceiling. These interior walls, there's actually water coming from the drywall up here. Virtually every piece of flooring, every wall, all the drywall, every single thing in this house is gonna have to be ripped out and removed. Likely a lot of the electrical stuff too, because the roof actually lifted off of the structure and then dropped back down. So it stretched everything out, pulled everything out, and it's seeming like it's gonna be a complete loss. You can see all of the water damage here on the ceiling coming up the stairway. We actually, you know, we got some water in the fixture there. This is actually gonna be the worst part of the house here. Take a look. So dang lucky we weren't home. This is actually my my kids' room. This is where they sleep at. And well, I installed a new skylight, I guess. Our office bedroom here also got pretty thrashed, you know. Again, insulation, glass, debris, shards, and things like that. I'm thinking just about everything in this room is now just trash. I mean, even these clothes here, they look okay, but water got down onto them. They also have insulation and glass shards on there. Now, to be honest, my bedroom here was like the least hardest part of the house that was hit. And we've removed all of our clothes and everything that we're taking out. But let's take a look here though. As you come up, you can definitely see, like I said, the roof actually lifted away from the structure in a lot of the areas. It split this whole top half here. I mean, look at the bright side. I do have a new bowl for my pet goldfish. I mean, this thing is just... I'm actually not going to take you down into the basement because, well, the power's off and I'm scared of the dark. But seriously, there wasn't much damage down there. Although, they did, since the power was off and they also turned the water off, my sump pump was this close to overflowing. I actually had I have a backup jet-powered vacuum sump pump that ties into the city water line, and it'll actually pull water out of your sump pump and dump out city water as well. So I had to scramble to get the city water back on just in time before it flooded my basement and added more insult to injury. You guys recognize this space? That is right. This is Mr. Mixer headquarters in here. And we are just so thankful. Silver lining. It was pretty much unscathed. You can see we got some boards and plastic on the windows. Now, those did get busted out. Whew, we lost some lighting there. But fortunately, all of our customers' mixers, all of our inventory, everything like that is safe, salvageable. I mean, it's just the biggest silver lining ever because, like I said, I got a 2-week baby. My wife is on maternity leave. We really have no other source of income. This is Mr. Mixer's all we have. So we are hoping to be back in business. We are going to have to find a new location, but we're hoping to be back in business, within the next week or so. So I have tried to be pretty calm and collective about this. There's been a few times where, it's started to hit me a little more. But, I got to be the rock for my family right now, something that everyone can lean on. Like I said, my wife's still dealing with, post-pregnancy hormones and things like that. Like, she's very upset. And understandably, we've lost everything we own. Insurance is going to cover it. They're going to pay us. We're going to be fine. But how do you put a price on your life? Like, everything that you've collected, everything that matters to you is just gone. And, I know it's just stuff, right? Stuff can be replaced and that is fine. I'm so thankful because people can't be replaced. There was no fatalities and very few minor injuries throughout all of this, but it's still just, it's a lot to process. I mean, shoot, take a look. This is actually my neighbor's house right here. It's just completely destroyed. Really thankful that he wasn't home because, there might have been a fatality if he was. His house is just demolished. I feel so bad for him. I'm actually pretty close with the guy, and he's lost everything. At least we had some stuff to salvage. He basically has nothing. I will say it's been such a blessing. Our community has been so incredibly supportive. People that we don't even know just bringing by. In fact, let me show you. Here's some right now. What are these? These are homemade, right?
Yeah.
They are? Were they made with extra special love?
Yeah.
Yes? Well, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it so much. Check it out. We got the Salvation Army here as well. We have just been so blessed by literally all the community support, both online and locally. Has been amazing. I had people that I don't even know in my house yesterday helping me pack stuff, get stuff out. It is just, it's heartwarming. It really restores your faith in humanity. So one of the things I feel the worst about is my roommate. Both of us, we only have liability on our vehicles because they're paid off, and his is just absolutely thrashed. So that's one thing that we're going to be looking for in the near future. There's I guess 5 of us, my roommate, me, my wife, and my 2 kids that are, displaced now. We only have 1 vehicle between all of us now, so it's going to be a difficult few months here. Like I said, insurance has already came. They're basically going to write it off as a total loss, but someone cutting you a check for the price of your house doesn't take care of all of your needs. It really doesn't. I'm sure I haven't even finished processing all of this yet. It's just such a difficult situation. And not just, I fared pretty well after all this. At least my house is still standing. You saw my neighbor's house. There are several other houses in my community that are just absolutely leveled. To be honest, I don't even know what I need at this point, let alone what everyone else needs. We've all just been scrambling to get anything that has value to us or anything salvageable out of our houses. It's going to storm tonight. There's more tornado warnings, 70-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to be dumping buckets. Basically everything we own now that we couldn't get out of the house yet is just going to be completely destroyed. And, everyone is just kind of searching for a sense of normalcy right now. I do know, like I said, there are several people in our neighborhood who are on a fixed income. It's an older community, like probably the median age of my neighborhood is like 70 at least. A lot of people on fixed income. A lot of people have lived here for 30, 40, 50 years. They have their houses paid off, and so they either had bare bones insurance that doesn't cover much, or I do want to say that some of them didn't have any insurance at all, and they've lost everything. So that's what I'm going to be doing these next few days, few weeks, is just doing some community outreach, talking to some city, planners and whoever's involved with like basically helping to get people back up on their feet to try and figure out how to best care for my community here. Again, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for sticking with me in these trying times, and I'll keep you updated.